Hey guys, I'm Ash from Training and Inspection Services, and we provide self-paced e-learning courses on API Individual Certification Program. These are proprietary courses in API 510, 570, 571, 577, 580, 653, 1169, Source Inspector Fixed Equipment, and Source Inspector Rotating Equipment. Each of these preparatory courses comes in two packages, as you can see, the full course and the mock exam package here. Today, we are going to talk about API SIRE, Source Inspector, Rotating Equipment. And we have two packages as well here. This full course completely covers the publication effectivity sheet and body of knowledge, whereas the mock exam package is a combination of flashcards and mock exams, as the name suggests. So let's go to API SIRE, Source Inspector Rotating Equipment, and see what it has got to offer. If you go to curriculum, you'll see that we got the basic facts, A to Z of registration, exam tips, time management, and it's got a benchmark quiz that we are going to solve today, and it's open and accessible to all for free. And body of knowledge and scoring area, guide for source inspection and quality surveillance of rotating equipment. This is a API ICP documents. There is no copyright, but in future it will be turned into a recommended practice. So we explain this in detail here. And if you are doing a self-study, please pay particular attention to this document because many questions come from this. And SSPC, MSS, and ASTM. These are the coating, casting, and material standards. ASME Section 2 materials, a comprehensive explanation of NDT as ASME Section 5, and all the popular methods completed with flashcards and practice questions. NDT certification, SNTC 1A for NDT personnel, welding engineering, ASME Section 9, and WPS, WPQ with flashcards and practice questions, and construction code for pressure vessel, ASME Section 8, and general requirements, UG, welding requirements, and carbon steel, alternative rules, and flashcards. Material verification program, API 578, and then we continue to the rotating parts. API 610, centrifugal pump 611, general purpose steam turbine 614, lubrication shaft sealing 617, axial and centrifugal compressors 618, reciprocating compressors 619, rotary type positive displacement compressors 677, general purpose gear units 692, dry gas sealing HI 14.6, rotodynamic pumps, and then we have sets of flashcards and benchmark quiz, practice questions, as well as 3 sets of mock exams. So let's see what you get in a nutshell. You get 8 hours of video, 21 sets of flashcards, 39 lessons, and 700 questions. So far, we didn't have any candidates returning back to us or failing, but if you fail, we will offer you two options. One, that you could request for another 4 months free access, or you could ask for us to return your money and full refund, no question asked. And it's got 120 days, 24/7 course access and online support. And on course overview, you can see the explanation for all the modules and what you get. For mock exam package, you shall receive 700 mock exam question, 21 sets of flashcards, and 1 hour of video. Okay, let's try our sample questions. Our sample questions are in line, our mock exam practice question in line with the API spirit of examination, and also the same environment. So you have next, you can see answer. Obviously, during exam time, you don't see the answer. And it's question 1 of 20, and the progress here. But the mock exam is timed same as API exam, real exam. And you can flag off and come back to the question later on. So question 1, impellers are balanced individually. Rotor is balanced as an assembly. These are practical type of questions that you should be aware of. Casting should be heat treated and rough machined. Final machine surfaces are subject to NDE examination of machining facility after hydro test. You can do before hydro test as well, but you should do after hydro test as well, always, because if the crack grows after hydro test, you can see the cracks, you can detect it by NDE. That's why it's always after hydro test. It's a must. The best quality achieved with investment casting. It's more expensive, but you can get intricate casting with investment casting. Seal glands is supposed to be hydro tested to 1.5 times. It's always 1.5 times of seal maximum allowable working pressure. Mechanical seals should not be used during the hydro test, but instead should be used during the mechanical running test. The reason it's not used during hydro test because it might damage the seal. So you use a slave seal during hydro test and the actual seal to be used during mechanical running, because that is the purpose of the mechanical running test, to run during the normal operation, not during the hydro test, which is 1.5 times of the normal pressure. Coupling guards should be considered with sufficient stiffness, rigidity to withstand a 200-pound static point load in any direction without the guard contacting moving parts. The 200 pounds is a weight of a regular human being, and that's why that is 8. Lube oil piping is subject to hydro test, again 1.5 times the maximum operating pressure. Collect performance data and vibration and temperature readings for a minimum of 5 points on the performance curve. That's for every pump, so this is a practical type of question. For final inspection, you need all of the following except, so you need data sheet, you need general arrangement drawing, process and instrumentation diagram, electrical and instrumentation wiring diagram, bill of materials and packing list, but normally we don't have a final inspection procedure because that is mentioned in the inspection notification, whatever instruction the inspector should follow. Higher RPM steam turbines are more efficient and smaller in size, but they have more wear and tear. But source inspector should verify that oil heater hot section is located at least 2 inches below minimum oil level, otherwise it shall burn. Another advantage of rotary screw positive type displacement compressor is that in this type of compressor it cannot surge, and therefore any complex control schemes and unloading bypasses are avoided. Rotary screw compressor shall comply with API 619. Rework and repair is approved by purchaser and verified by the source inspector. Coast time, downtime means the period required after the driver's trip for the equipment to come to a rest. So it takes time once it trips, so that's called coast downtime. Critical speed is when shaft rotational speed at which the rotor bearing support system is in a state of resonance or in a state of uncontrollable or excessive vibration. These are the same meaning. So both A and B. Remember that API does not ask A and B or none of above or all of the above. You will never see such a question. Maximum continuous speed. The speed at least equal to 105% of the highest speed required by any of the specified operating condition. TIR, total indicator reading. difference between the maximum and minimum reading of a dial indicator during one complete revolution of the monitor surface. If you do 2, then still you will have the same thing really. So minimum is 1 and that's it. Trip speed is the speed at which the turbine shuts down. So in order to safeguard the turbine, if it goes more than a maximum speed, it would trip. There should be some devices to trip it. So now you can review the results. I ask you that you have already flagged off a question. Do you want to still see the results? Say OK, and here we'll see the results of what we did with the question. So here you get your score out of 20 points total, and these are what we marked, which is turns blue, and the tick means it's a correct answer. If it is not a correct answer, then it would be a cross with a red mark. You can also see our first module, study it for free. Please visit us at inspectortraining.com and follow us on social media such as LinkedIn. Thank you for watching.